Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm LaDonna Ray, and I want to talk about Bird Box while putting on my face. I know everybody's talking about Bird Box this, Bird Box that, but my perspective is a little bit, in fact, it's a lot different. So, I was given from another blogger who has millions of views, this True Match L'Oreal. She had tons of it and told me to pick one, and I was like, I don't wear that. I wear MAC. I'm a MAC mama. But I've learned that I can contour with just about anything as long as I know how to contour. Bird Box, the most viewed movie on Netflix in history. Over 45 million accounts viewed this movie. Sandra Bullock, starring Sandra Bullock, and there are so many different twists and turns in this movie that I couldn't keep up, and I have to admit that I've watched it 4 times. 4 times I've seen this movie, and every time I cried in the same parts. But in the beginning, they start off with so many hours on the river. You're like, oh, what? How is she on the river in this boat with these kids in blindfolds? That's what really captures your attention. However, as the story unfolds, in the beginning of the actual movie, when they're at the current, or they flash back, I should say. If you notice, Mallory, which is Sandra Bullock's character, she was kind of trapped in a bird box herself. In her own home, she was an artist. She painted, and she painted pictures of people. And one of the pictures she painted could possibly be the group of people that were in the house together. I'm not sure. I have to watch it again. Now, this was mentioned to me by someone else that I was talking to.
Oh.
I wasn't talking to you because you haven't seen it. You have to see the movie. This is my son.
Hey guys, I'm LaDante. I'm mom's son.
Mom's son. I've heard it all. What are people saying about Bird Box since you haven't seen the movie? What is what they're saying making you want to watch it, or you're like, that's just a bunch of hoopla?
Well, I'm seeing like it's a dynamic shift. People keep talking about it.
Oh, okay.
So it must be like
worth talking about.
Yeah, and then when I was at my friend's house yesterday on Netflix, it was the first thing that popped up. I was like, Bird Box. Maybe I should watch that.
What type of marketing did they use to get such interest?
Well, I think they just delivered a fantastic product.
Mm-hmm.
And then it was so fantastic that it turned the people that watched it into promoters.
You gotta say fantastic one more time just to make it consistent. Like, it was a fantastic product, and it was so fantastic that you haven't watched this fantastic movie.
Yes, I haven't bought into the
fantastic
phantasm.
So when do you plan on watching it, or do you plan on watching it at all?
Well, it started with me seeing on Facebook, to my friends talking about it, to now my family. So it's getting closer to me. It's
getting closer to you? Maybe you should wait till it comes on Channel 9 or something. That's when it's really old.
Oh my gosh.
You can't wait till they're in game.
I feel like I'm probably going to watch it just so I can think of a sitcom for it.
You're kind of like in a time capsule yourself. You've been in Shanghai, China, away from us here in America, as you started saying. My son came back not using contractions at all. He was, it is time for me to eat now. And I was like, what? You mean it's time for you to eat now? He's like, yes, it is time. Okay. And some other technological advances that have happened here in America you weren't familiar with.
Yeah.
That's so weird to me because you were on top of it before you left, and I feel like they stole your
my virtual identity.
Something you've been got.
I had been using Facebook, Instagram.
Because over there you can't use Facebook, right?
Google, can't use it.
But you have to have some type of VPN to use it.
Yes.
For those of you that don't know what VPN is, I don't either. It's a virtual private network.
It's an extra step to getting to what I want, and it makes me I don't want to use it anymore.
It's almost like hacking. What?
Yes.
It was too hard, or you were too lazy? What?
It was like extra energy. Like I had to spend extra energy to do Facebook, Google. So I just figured, is it really worth it? Kind of use that energy for something else.
But the energy would have kept you up to date.
Yeah.
All right, back to Bird Box. So in the beginning of this movie, she was a painter, and she was painting, and she didn't want to leave the house, and her sister was helping her with getting groceries and things like that. However,
Oh, I gotta see it, Mom.
oh, I can't tell.
It sounds like what happened to me in China. I told you I was stuck in a room. Like I was in a room for like 4 months with like these pictures on my wall.
So you were in your own bird box,
Yeah,
but weren't you just being a bird brain?
I guess.
Stuck in your own bird box? Wow.
I should watch it now. Now I'm gonna watch it.
So I can't talk about it with you standing here because you're going to watch it.
Yeah, so I gotta.
Yeah, you got to leave. Okay, back to the movie. So she had to leave the house to go to the doctor, essentially. And as her and her sister, well, actually, as she was walking through the hospital to get to her doctor's appointment, and they were watching the baby and the ultrasound, you could tell that Mallory wasn't excited about having this baby, this child. She called it a situation, condition, if you will. She never referred to it as pregnancy. And her sister, you know, was actually happy. She was like, oh my gosh. But not in a oh my gosh way. She was more like, hey, this is happening. This is going to be your baby. This is going to be an extension of our family. Let's embrace it. Mallory was more like this thing, this situation, this condition. I just want to get through it. And so the doctor even sensed that, her gynecologist, and said, hey, you may want to consider adoption, you know. She didn't consider any names. She didn't want to fall in love with the baby. All of those things happened. So with that being said, she left. When she walked in, there was this lady. She was so happy. Oh, yes, I'm doing this. I'm doing that. But coming out, the same lady was bashing her head against the glass so hard. She was trying to kill herself. And Mallory picked up on it. She said, the thing that was happening in Russia, I believe it was Russia, is here now. How did she pick up on that? I don't know. Because she was watching the news, and it wasn't like she gave into it. She just kind of watched the news and was like, oh, wow, that's terrible. But then she kind of bought into it and said, it's here. And she was right, because cars started crashing. People started just offing themselves. The unfortunate thing is her sister was part of that. While she was driving her away, she was like, go, 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 go. And while she was driving her away from the hospital, her sister saw the creatures and was like, what the, you know, and she was just driven to end her life. And they survived the car crash, but then she got up, didn't check on her sister being pregnant, and just walked in front of a bus, and pfft, it was so graphic. This movie, I have to give it 2 thumbs up, 5 stars, whatever. It's at the top of the creme de la creme because it was well written, in my opinion. I never wondered what was going on. I was only on the edge of my seat waiting for the next act. Having the group of people in the house, all from different backgrounds, different reasons why they ended up there, all kinds of stuff. That was just stellar. That was stellar. And the love story that was a part of the movie it still makes me cry thinking about it. Even though I know that, you know, they're still alive and well, but the love story in this movie, I was drawn to it. I was totally drawn to it. And I recommend going to see Bird Box again and again on Netflix. All you gotta do is search for Bird Box and watch it. I don't recommend it for children because of the suicidal factor. I think children might not be able to handle that under a certain age. I have little kids, and I want them to see it because it was a good movie, but then again, I don't want them to see that part of it. It's too much. It's too graphic. Lil Rel Howery from Chicago, yes, was in it, and he did a fantastic job. He was Lil Rel. Think about Get Out. He is the comic relief. But I totally fell in love with the children. They did a fantastic job. If you can hear my voice, children, just know that I was totally drawn in by your characters. And I'm so proud of you, and I know your parents are too, not that it matters. But go see Bird Box, and there's a book out as well. That book came out first. This is based off of the book that was written, Bird Box. So, except there's an alternate ending in the movie versus the book. The book is a little bit more graphic. I mean, it takes you there. The movie said, all right, we're gonna work with some blind people. The book was more so on, we're gonna make you blind. So you'll be able to see the difference. And speaking of difference, there's a difference in one eyebrow versus my other eyebrow. Can you tell? Can you tell? Can you tell? I can tell. I can tell that I need to hurry up and finish my face before they leave me. Go see Bird Box, and you'll probably have to see it at least twice. Oh yeah, check that out. There. Okay, there we go. Now, I'm gonna put on the eyeliner. This is NYX. I used to wear MAC everything, as I stated earlier. Wait, can't do that yet. Gotta put on a little shadow. I have small eyes, as you can tell. So I like to bring them out with a little bit of color. Watch this. Oh yeah, a little bit of color there. I have some eye gloss too, by Glossier. And I like to use this from time to time. Just go in on that. Yeah. The only thing I don't like about this is it's such a rough edge. I like a smoother edge. Now when I take my finger, it just wipes it off. Okay. I like putting my shadow on with my finger. I used to do it with a brush. Now it's finger time. All right, so I'm gonna mix a little dark A little dark there. Let's make it a little dark. A little dark blend. Bam, bam, and bam. Now we're gonna grab the eyeliner. Okay, now I love pink eyeliner in the middle there. And a little bit of lip liner on the edges. Okay. We can't forget these. Alrighty. And that'll be the end of this. How do we, this is my first YouTube video, so how do we stop it? Nope. Yeah, are you sure you want to stop?